Hello and welcome. My name is Dylan, and today we're going to be talking about the Hidden Shape quest, or more specifically, the exotic quest to unlock the Revision Zero exotic pulse rifle in Season of the Seraph. So it's pretty simple. All you have to do is obviously have purchased the season, so the Season of the Seraph, and then you have to get to quest step 23 in the More Than a Weapon quest line. When you get to this quest step here, you'll be asked to go to the Operation Seraph's Shield and complete that. But right after you speak with the Exo Stranger in the Holo Projector here, we will have the option to accept the Hidden Shape quest, which is the exotic quest here. So the first quest step here is for us to go through and complete Operation Seraph's Shield. So to do that, we're going to go to Destinations. On Destinations, we're going to go to the Helm. And on the Helm, we're going to go to the far right-hand side here, to where we see this exotic quest, Operation Seraph's Shield. So we're going to click in and launch this mission on just the normal difficulty. You can change it to Legend, but we don't need to do that right now. We're just going to go through on normal and complete this mission. So, first thing you should know is that this is a little bit buggy. So, if we pull out our ghost here, it shows that we want to go directly in front of us here. We want to go and fight that guy, and we want to get to this quest marker, right? However, if you go to the right-hand side and get all the way up to the front on the right-hand side, the quest marker glitches out to a previous operation that we did in this same area, and it will have you jump up like we did last time for last week's mission, but it doesn't actually do anything. So we're actually, instead of going left or right, because I'm assuming the left side will mess up just like the right side did, we're going to work our way straight down the middle here the best we can so that we can get to this structure in front of us and fight that enemy. So we're just going to head to the left here, hide behind this first rock, and reset our timer. We're going to try to get to this next rock in front of us here and reset our timer again. So we can go to just to the right-hand side of this rock here. Just be aware there are a few enemies that you do need to fight. From here, we're going to go up and over. And we're going to hang to the left-hand side here, again, close on these rocks. We can go right to this spot here and recover. Now we're going to continue forward again, and we need to watch our left and in front of us. So we're going to go just over here on the side of these rocks here. Again, we can just sit here and recover. We're going to go forward. We're going to hide from just the tower in front of us here. Going to kill this guy because he's probably going to shoot me. Alright, so from here, we could actually, if you have a long-range weapon, you could actually start to fight this guy, so you don't have to do it when you're super close and struggling to stay hidden. So, oh, he's actually pretty weak. Okay. So we just kill that guy quickly. And from here, we might be able to make it all the way in, as that is up in front of us. We're just going to run straight in here, and we can get right into the facility. So inside the facility here, we just follow the single path available to us until we get to these laser gates. So we're just going to jump over the first one. We're going to run forward and slide under the second. Okay, so in this room here, if we go to the right, it is a dead end. There's nothing in there. So we're simply going to, from the lasers here, turn left and go through this section here. Now, there is another laser fence, so we're just going to slide underneath and continue along here. We're going to jump over this one, not sprinting, though, because we don't want to bop our head and get knocked backwards. Continue on. The same thing here. We're going to stop sprinting and just do a little hop. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and kill these guys. Okay, so we're getting one of the mechanics from the Deepstone Crypt raid, it looks like. So we have to kill this guy and acquire the scanner augment here. Okay, so after we pick that up, we get a little description there from the Exo Stranger. And our goal here is to simply go through and get to this section here, which is hacked. And we have to unhack this device. Okay, so once we have hacked this device, we simply put our back towards the device. And we can see right there that there is another one. So we're just going to run over here to the left. And we're going to hack this device as well. Now this one in front of us to our right lights up. We're going to hack this. All right, so let's hop in one of these pods and head up. We're going to launch it, and we're going to head up to the Seraph station in orbit. We're going to head over to this device here, just to the right of the pods. We're going to get in here, and we're going to use the augmentation terminal. We are going to walk through this barrier here. So once in this room here, we kill a scanner up to the top right. We can simply come up here and activate the scanner augment again. Turn to our right, and there is a terminal. So we can go through and hack this one. So actually, there's a terminal here that we need to scan. But if we go this direction, we can't actually get through that door. So we're going to go back to this original door to the room here. We're going to open it up. Then we're just going to stand right here. We're going to walk forward until we get to this here. We're going to go left. And there's going to be a vent that you can just shoot a couple of times. And you will be able to crouch through here. And we're going to continue through into this other room with the terminal. And we are going to hack the terminal so that we can open the door. So let's shoot this vent again. These stupid little orbs on the floor. You can just punch them if you're close enough. So we're going to hack this terminal here. So it turns out that the fastest way for you to get back is probably just for you to run into those lasers and die. And we're going to see our last terminal here. And then this will open the door once we hack it. Again, we're going to go to this little light here. And we are going to use the augmentation terminal. That opens up this door for us. We have another scanner augment. So after we pick this up, we simply turn to the left, or if we put our back to the door that we came through originally, we go left here, and there is a terminal here for us to hack. So we hack the first one. So after that first terminal, we're going to return back to the door that we originally came into the room with. We are then going to turn right, and we're going to jump up here. And up top, we're simply going to shoot out this vent and head through it. We get to the end, we're going to shoot out that part of the vent too. And we can drop into this room here where there is a laser. Okay. So we are going to wait for that one. Head forward. Wait for the next one. Head forward. And you want to wait for the laser line to completely disappear. And we're going to go through and hack this. Now, after we do that, we simply head straight through the door. And we can use this augmentation terminal again. Put that inside, and it looks like we have an open door here that we can go through. Now, once we go through that door, we can simply jump up top here, and there are 4 things that we have the option to hack. Input error. Okay, so every time that you hit one of these things, you definitely want to make sure that you're backing up. Okay, another input error. So for this section here, I'm not sure if it will be the same for everyone or if it's just randomized, but you can simply activate each one and step back immediately and not get killed by the lasers. So once you jump down from those terminals there, we're simply going to exit out of the room here, and we can't shoot through this barricade. Interesting. All right, let's see if we can do this. All right, so they all blow each other up. We're going to turn left here as this door has opened, and we're just going to shoot all of these annoying slow things here. And it looks like we have to fight some turrets. The turrets hurt a lot, so just be aware of that. Maybe use your heavy weapon. After you destroy the first group of turrets, there are 2 more on an upper level. Now, I'm not exactly sure if we have to do this yet, but I'm simply going to shoot these little robot things that are flying around. So there's one to the left that was like stuck on the wall. There's one over here flying around. Let's see if we can shoot this guy. So we can shoot and destroy that guy as well. There are some more security turrets up on the top level, it looks like. And we will shoot this thing and continue all the way up. There's another turret here. And the turret does still hurt. We're going to destroy this one as well. So it says drones disabled. Security door opened. Okay. There is another scanner in front of us here. So let's kill all of these enemies and let's see what we have to do with that scanner. Okay, so once you get the scanner here, we can see which ones are highlighted. So we see first one on the right, we see the second one on the left, and we see the far right one on the end there. So now we hop down, we look through this window here, and this shows us our pathing. So we have to follow along on this pathing to be able to go through and complete this. And the second that you step in the room, this goes away. So you just have to memorize it, or you can just, I believe it's going to be the same path for everyone. If it's not, then you could just take a screenshot and do it that way, or you can try to use your brain and remember it, but you're probably going to die a bunch if you do that. So we step inside. We're going to go forward here. These squares are bad, so we're going to go 2 from the end. We're going to go forward here. We're going to go this way. And we can actually go right to the terminal this way. So we need to hit the second terminal in the middle here. All of these squares are fine, by the way, so we're going to need to do a jump over this laser. So these squares here are bad, so we actually need to jump back this way. And we need to go over 1. Then we can go over to this side here. We can do the one on the far right. And then from here... Okay, so from here, we can then go forward to this section here. Then we can go over to the side here. Actually, I think we have to go forward 1 more. And then we go to the side here. So that is forward 2 whole squares. We're on the 3rd square. We go over to the side here, and we have to go right to the beginning. Crouch underneath. And we hack this one here. And that should be this one completed. Holy crap. Okay, so like I said, if it's not randomized, then you can just follow through with what I did there. If it is randomized, then you can either just remember the terminals from the top or take a screenshot. And then you can also just remember the path. Try to remember the path. Or you can take a screenshot of that as well. And then you can go through and get to all of your terminals safely. And we continue forward here. So this time we have a different augment here. So we have the operator augment. We're going to go through and pick that up. We're going to shoot that panel there. After we go through and clear the enemies, we're going to put our back to the door. We're going to go forward and left into this first section here. And we're going to go to this spot over here. And we're going to go ahead and shoot it. Unfortunately. So let's kill these 2 Hive Knights that spawn. And let's continue forward. So we can see just if we put our back to the door again. Just to the right over here. This is where we need to get to shoot that. So if we go to the right-hand side over here, we can see that there is a little vent. We can go through this vent here. Oh, I'm stupid. So I'm a big dummy, and this whole time I was trying to figure out like some secret. Maybe it was to do with these red lights or something to unlock. And this little tunnel here is blocked. You can't go into this room. But if you're not dumb like me, you can just go to the left-hand side, and you can just shoot this thing. God dang. Oh, I just spent so long checking every inch of this place for no reason. Okay, so from this vent here, we actually unlocked the other vent. So we'll just go forward and left here. Through to this next room, to this big pillar on the left-hand side. And there is another vent here. We can go through and kill all of these enemies. Okay, so once the enemies are defeated, we're going to run forward here. Look to the pillar on the left in the next room and shoot this section here. So once we get out of the vent here, we're actually going to go to the right through this main door here in the middle. Then we're going to turn left because we apparently unlocked this door. And we're going to kill the few enemies that spawn in this section. And let's see what we have to do in here. Besides shoot all of these stupid slow fields, we're going to continue into another room and kill these enemies as well, along with the turrets. It looks like there's one on the roof and one to the right-hand side. We'll just take care of these quickly and then kill the enemies inside. So after we acquire that key, put your back to the door, look left. We're going to get rid of our augment here, and that opens the door beside us. We're going to go through, and I believe we're going to take out a bunch of enemies and then surrender. It's a little confusing. So let's shoot all of this stuff in the center of the room because we're supposed to make a lot of noise. Well, my internet disconnected, so this is my 4th time here. But after you've defeated all of the enemies, there's going to be 3 brigs. So after you get the health down on the main general guy, it's going to be a brig that spawns on both sides and one in the middle. You need to defeat those and all of the little minions, and then we continue forward here. It looks like we're now getting captured. Surrender weapons, okay. We'll go ahead and surrender our weapons. So now we're just chilling, I guess. And we just surrendered ourselves. I think we get to talk to Aramis now.
I cannot believe they fell for that. Transmat access acquired. Weapons incoming. Neutralize the crew and get to the front of the catch.
Oh, shit. Okay. We immediately just have access to our weapons again. All right. Well, that was seemingly extremely easy. And we just kill everyone, I guess, huh? So just immediately outside of our doors here, we're going to see a little terminal to our left. We're going to gain ship access and just keep slaying out enemies and moving forward. At the end of the hallway here, there's another little terminal and we can gain ship access again. Once you kill all of the turrets, we can simply run through this barrier and now we are outside.
You're going to need to jump carefully to get back down to the station.
We're gonna jump to get over to the station. Where exactly? To here? Just straight down, dropping off the side? Oh. Okay, so we get to the end here, and we have to try to land on this thing below us. The issue is, for some of the characters, like myself on Titan, it is hard not to kill yourself with the damage. Okay, so we get on this little section here. Okay, I guess we go down and right. Do this part. And we're going to go down and left. This is really cool, though. Like, while you're up here, just stop for a second and just look. The skybox and stuff that they made for this mission is so cool. Alright, I'm going. We need to watch that thing, the arms that are going across. And I guess we just continue along the outside here. Once we get to this part, there's a little catwalk on the right. And we just continue forward, following all the little red lights along the way. A ranged weapon here to help you with the snipers is probably a good idea. Unfortunately, I'm almost out of ammo, though. Okay, well, don't get hit by the arms on the Seraph station because you will die. Okay, so there is an augment here that we can pick up.
There's a cargo bay up ahead. You can get back inside there.
Okay. He died like in the middle of the air, but we managed to grab it. So you're gonna get instructions to like continue on this way after you pick up the augment, and then like if I shoot this, nothing happens, right? But if you look back towards where you just came from, there's actually a little thing here that you can shoot, and that brings out a platform in front of us there. So after we shoot this one here, we can then go back on this platform, and we can look over at this section here, and we can shoot another one. And now we can finally shoot the one in front of us. So now we have an actual way to get across here. So once we jump all the way back up to the top, we're back in the ship with sound again. And let's take out all of these hive. So once we get to the door here, we can simply store our augments in the terminal. And then we can walk through here. So after you take out the boss hive knight, we're going to go to the forward left room here. There is a couple of fallen to kill, and we should be able to pick up an augment here. So let's grab the operator augment here. Okay, so there's something we can shoot there, but not yet. Okay, so we can shoot one on this side. Now we can shoot one back on this side. So in here we can pick up this augment, but first we have to get rid of our other one. So we put it in the terminal. Then we can pick up the scanner augment here and hack one just in this room. Then we can take out these enemies. Go to this room here and hack one. Okay. And that opened up the door to our right. So let's go through here. Okay, so when we get into this room, after we kill those enemies, we're going to get rid of this augment in the terminal. We're then going to pick up this other one. So let's go ahead and put our back to the door. We're going to go a little bit left around this middle column here. We're going to look up onto this and shoot once. This opens up the door, so let's take out all of these enemies inside. Okay, we can go and get rid of this augment in the terminal as well. And then we can pick up the seeker augment. And there is something to scan back here in the room. Now, after we do that, there's some kind of a thing here. I don't know. Let's step into it and see what happens. Okay, we're teleported to the operations sector. We'll use the terminal here to get rid of our augment. And we can go into this room. All right, well, let's go through and kill the guy to the right with the blue icon above his head. The suppressor augment. And with this, we can shoot the guy who was immune, I think. Three, 2, 1. Okay, so with the suppressor augment, you go to these orbs here, whichever one is glowing blue. You stand inside of that and you shoot the protected enemy there. And once you've done that with 2 of them, or maybe all 3, I'm not exactly sure. But once you do that and there's no more glowing blue ones, the door is going to open on the left over here. And we're going to shoot whatever the heck this thing is. And after we shoot that, we can simply take out this yellow bar enemy right here, this servitor. Take that out. We can get rid of our augment in this terminal. And then I believe we're just going to continue forward through the door. So to start off this boss fight here, we're simply just going to damage the boss until they go immune, and then we're probably going to have to use the suppressor again. So it looks like for this boss fight here, that you just have to damage the boss until you get his health down to 2/3. After we do that, in this area here, there will spawn a guy with a blue symbol above his head. We'll have to kill him to get the suppressor augment. And then just like before, we look for the blue symbol. We head over here. and we go inside of the circle that the symbol creates, and then we shoot the boss once, then we go to the other ones. So let's go down here to the middle, shoot the boss again. Now we'll go up to the right hand side over here, stand inside the circle and shoot the boss again. Once we activate the 3 things by standing underneath each of the orbs with the suppressor augment, and then shooting the boss once, there will be a room that will open up on the left-hand side over here. So we need to destroy this again. So there is one on the left and the right-hand side. So we're going to go through and destroy them. And there's also one in the middle, directly underneath of the boss. So once you destroy all 3, then I believe his barrier will go away. Yep, he's no longer completely immune. So we can go through and get him down to 1/3 damage and then probably have to repeat the process. So at 1/3 of the boss's health, we will then have to go through and do it again here as another suppressor spawned in the top middle section here. So let's go ahead and grab that. Let's go to each of the blue orbs and shoot the boss 1 time. Starting on the left, let's go to the center now. Shoot him again. And let's go top right and shoot him. If I can see him top right. Yeah, I can. Okay. Now we're immediately going to go to the right. And then we're going to go to the one in the center over here. And then we're going to go to the left-hand side. You guys can play this a lot slower and more methodical and safer if you need to, for sure. You know, my Void Titan helps me stay alive pretty easily. So we have killed all 3 of those things that were giving him the shield. So let's just take out a few of these enemies here to give ourselves some room, and then we can go ahead and attack this guy. Okay, so after we take out that guy, we're going to go to the left-hand side over here into a doorway that opens. And it looks like we need to inject something. Security clearance required. So let's go over to this console. Let's upload the virus. And that looks like the end of the activity here. So we can claim our loot at the end. We get the ancient prototype, a bunch of rewards, and that looks like it is the end of the Operation Seraph's Shield. So for step 2 of the Hidden Shape quest, it asks us to return to the exo frame and investigate an encrypted message. So let's go through and talk to Clovis, and I'll see you guys after. Oh, okay, so we get Revision 0, the pulse rifle, the exotic primary, but it looks like it's a weapon pattern. So let's go ahead and claim it. We get a new quest step here. We have to shape Revision 0. Okay, so let's go through and look at Revision 0 in our inventory here. This weapon's pattern can be extracted. So for some reason, the quest skips from quest step, I think 2 or 3, all the way up to quest step 7. So I went to light.gg, and these are the other quest steps. So all of these different steps here are just, you know, at the beginning of the Witch Queen, you go through, you complete these missions so you can craft weapons, whether you're free to play or not free to play. You just had to complete the ability to actually create your own glaive. And once you did that, then you go through here, you have to complete the arrival mission, which was also free for everyone. And then obviously you need to have the season to do the rest of this stuff. But you go through, you shape Revision 0, you visit the EXO, then we go back to Ikora, and we complete shaping resonant alloys to unlock the full power of the Relic, and then we can go through and complete the rest of the quest steps. So if it auto-completes for you like 5 steps, or if you saw that in the video that it auto-completed like 5 steps, the reason is you just need to unlock the ability to go through and actually craft weapons at the Enclave for Mars, and then you will have the ability to go through and complete your quest here, the hidden shape, and unlock the revision 0. I'm just adding this quickly in while editing because I noticed that the quest step numbers skipped substantially. So anyways, I hope this clears up any confusion that anyone might have. Okay, so as you can see here, I completed the attunement on the revision 0. So let's go through and claim this here. So we claim it, and it says visit the relic on the Enclave in Mars. Okay, perfect. So we can... What the heck? But it's already... So it sends us to the Enclave, but it already says that it's a crafted weapon, but we never crafted it. But anyways, let's go to Sabathoon's Throne World, and then let's go over on the right-hand side, or left-hand side, sorry, to the Enclave. So, I mean, I'm looking through all of the different options here, and the only thing that I can change is a mag. So I can change it from alloyed mag to appended mag. I guess let's shape this weapon and see if that works for the quest. Or maybe we have to shape an entirely new one of these. So that didn't work. Okay, so let's go to a new weapon here. So let's craft a completely new version of this gun. And... okay, so that completes the quest step. So for whatever reason, they give you a version of the weapon, but then you have to craft a version, and they're essentially the same. And we have to go over here to the side. So there is a little bit of dialogue that you can read through here. Let's accept it. And we have completed the hidden shape. So we have completely unlocked the ability to use the weapon itself. But if we go back in here, now if we look at Hunter's Trace quickly, the first one here is just automatically on the gun, but if we go to number 2, it's Hunter's Trace 2, Hunter's Trace 3, and Hunter's Trace 4. Now if we look at Hunter's Trace 2, it says unlocks additional barrels for shaping, but it's not yet available to be acquired. So I think that that means that we physically cannot unlock this ability yet, although it's possible that just using the weapon and leveling it up could unlock the ability. But for right now, it doesn't seem like we can change the barrels and everything. The barrels, the mags, and the stocks kind of seem like we just have to use the base ones for now. But this does open up a lot of possibilities for the future, and it's honestly a nice change for exotic weapons. So anyways, guys, this is everything that you need to know about how you can unlock Revision 0 in Destiny 2, the new exotic pulse rifle, how you can go through and unlock the 4 catalysts, although they are time-gated to the main story quest on Step 32, Step 39, Step 46, and Step 53. So you will have to wait until we can complete the story quest each week to unlock these catalysts for this weapon. And we talked a little bit about the Hunter's Trace and the possibility of how you may unlock it, or how we might just have to wait and see how it can be acquired in the future. So anyways, guys, I hope this video helped. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody.